It is Friday, October 4th, 2019, and today I want to talk about depression because it's something that my entire life I thought was make believe and, yeah, something that was just in people's heads, which I know it still is, but now I actually suffer from depression, and it's given me a lot more sympathy and empathy for those who suffer from it because my whole life I've been hopelessly optimistic, as some people have called me. I've achieved amazing things because I believed in myself and my abilities and believed in a positive outcome, no matter what. But yeah, I've been battling severe depression for a couple of years, actually. I would say I've been fighting it off for about a decade, and it's gotten the better of me recently. It's a combination of factors, which I don't want to go into, but the feeling of depression is it's not fun. It's hard to describe, and it's hard to talk about too, because you don't want to be negative Nancy and bringing everyone down. Especially someone like me who's usually the life of the party, the class clown. I'm usually the one laughing and smiling. And when those people get mopey, no one wants to listen because you turn to people like that to cheer you up. And so to hear that that person is down is like a double slap in the face. So I try not to talk about it. My wife has been one of the biggest helps I could have ever hoped for. She's been very supportive and understanding, and yeah, helping me work through it. But if you do suffer from depression, reach out to anybody, people that you trust. I wouldn't ever open up to people who might use it against you. So be very careful about that, which is part of my problem as well. Um, Find people you can trust and open up to them about it because it's no laughing matter. It's nothing to just brush off. It's very serious. And if it's not treated, it can be fatal. I look at people like Robin Williams and it breaks my heart to think that depression got to someone even like that. And if it can get to someone like Robin Williams, none of us are immune to this disease. So take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. Don't be ashamed if you have a mental sick day. Mental health is probably the most fragile of all with humanity. We have so many mental illnesses wafting around, especially with social media. We're exposed to so much negativity and hatred and just all the worst sides of humanity, in addition to the best sides. But we have both. And so if your, I guess, spiritual or emotional immune system is weak, then just limit your exposure to these kind of mental diseases, which are common, especially on social media these days. So yeah, I'm sorry it's not the most entertaining video. Maybe it's just for me. Maybe no one's going to watch it. But if you're out there and you're suffering from depression, just know that you're not alone. I mean, I care. I don't know you. I know that means nothing. But there are people who care. And beyond all that, no matter who cares or who doesn't care, you need to care. And that's the biggest thing. You need to care. And you're here for a purpose. Even if your purpose is just to do whatever it is you love all day, every day for the rest of your life, that's still a great purpose. And people being alive and inspired and enthusiastic and passionate, that is what life is all about. Imagine a planet where people are just excited to be alive. That in itself would be a better place to live than a place where everybody's all mopey and depressed and down and depressing to be around. So try to what I've learned is fighting the depression doesn't help, but just accepting it. If I feel it overcoming me, then okay, all right, I'll feel it. I'll just sit here and I will feel it and I'll let it wash over me and I'll realize that I'm not going to die. It's just uncomfortable. And then eventually it passes. And then put on some nice music and dance like a maniac or watch your favorite show or whatever it is that makes you laugh. Just bring some positivity and laughter back into your life because you deserve it. And that's what life is all about. So I'm sorry to all the people who were depressed in my past and I just brushed it off. Sometimes it takes personal experience to understand something. I was someone who's naturally born with natural tendencies towards optimism. My screen just went off for some reason while it's recording. I guess even my computer's telling me I'm boring. But no, as someone who's born with a natural tendency towards optimism and positivity, it was very difficult for me to understand and even accept the concept of depression. I couldn't imagine someone constantly thinking negative all the time because I constantly would think positive all the time, even though, I mean, one could say extremely tragic things have happened to me all throughout my life. I maintained that positivity, but finally, when I did break, I broke, and now I do understand. So take care of yourself. It is very real, and don't be ashamed of it. We all get sick, so don't be ashamed of your depression or any kind of illness that you might be suffering from, mental, physical, emotional, whatever. It is what it is, and we're all one big family. So feel free to mention things in the comments or shoot me a private message. But hang in there, and you're worth it. You're a good person. So I'll see you tomorrow.